Water is life, but for millions of people across India, access to clean and reliable groundwater is becoming increasingly difficult. What if there was a way to revive dried bowels and bring water back to communities struggling with scarcity? Today, I'm talking to two changemakers who are solving this problem with innovation and science. Meet Rahul and Vinit from Urdhvam. Let's dive into their incredible journey and the impact of their BoreCharger technology.
Hi, my name is Rahul Bakare and I'm the founder and CEO of Urdhvam Environmental Technologies Private Limited.
My name is Vinit Phadnis. I'm basically a geologist and hydrogeologist by training.
Rahul, can you tell us what inspired you to start Urdhvam and what is the core problem you're trying to solve?
When I used to read that farmers commit suicide, I always used to get intrigued because air is free, hawa fokat mein hai, pani fokat mein hai, then sunlight fokat mein hai, then why farmers commit suicide? That was a kind of a curious question which used to come to my mind. Plus, I come from a school which imparts all these social thought process in your mind. When I was a kid, I was exposed to that kind of an upbringing, and that's why I always used to think about socioeconomic issues around me in the world, and that's what brought me to this question that why farmers commit suicide. And while working on that, I realized that water is one of the biggest problems which the farmers face. And if you see Marathwada, which is the farmer suicide capital of India, lacks a lot of water. Water is equivalent to livelihood. Livelihood is equivalent to well-being. And if water is not there, then the entire domino effect is full in action, and that creates adverse socio-economic impacts on people's lives. And that's where I wanted to focus on water as an issue to solve, because it's a pan-India issue. If one has to solve problems around water, one has to look at the technical, social, ecological, economical, financial, legal, institutional, all kinds of problems, because water is a political economy subject, right? And water is not only just a physical resource, but its equitable distribution also depends on various other factors as well. So if one has to understand and solve water problems of the world, then one has to look at water from different angles, not just one resource as a problem. Water is something which is universal to all the animals, as a matter of fact. So it's not basically who has money can have access to water. Yes, obviously, if you don't have water, you can just call a tanker and the tanker will be delivered at your doorstep. To some degree, it is true that whosoever has money can access water, but not all the times as well. So I think um, affordability or ability to pay is only one part of it, but access is also another thing. It's a basic human right, in my opinion, and I think um, it should not be thought from any financial angle or any money angle as such. The farmers, especially who are endowed with good water, are typically rich farmers, and those are near any stream or a nala or a river. But the marginal farmers who are having their pockets of lands in areas which are not endowed with good amount of water, they typically go for bore wells, and those bore wells are the ones which are drying up very fast. So when we are thinking about why borewells go dry, when we analyze the anatomy of the borewell, the location, situation around the borewell, we realize that it's typically the marginal farmers who are facing the problems, the groundwater depletion in their borewells as such. So our solution, as a matter of fact, it doesn't really depend on who has money or who doesn't have money. Actually, it depends on people who are facing water issues, especially groundwater issues. Their borewells are going dry or have become seasonal in nature. So those are the the people who get benefited because of our solution. And if you ask me about the cost or the price, yes, certainly we give importance to farmers, and we make sure that they are served in an affordable manner. Wherein when it comes to industries and other wealthy customers, we charge premium prices to them so that we cross subsidize the farmers, poor farmers, in terms of their expenditure as such. So I think we also need to build a venture which is social impact venture, certainly, but at the same time we would like to be marginally profitable, not humongously profitable. So our pricing is always in that context, that we try to pass as much benefit as possible to the poorest of poor as well as the bottom of the pyramid people.
Can you explain the science behind the BoreCharger and how it helps revive bore wells?
So BoreCharger is such a technology which works on any and every kind of bore well. May it be irrigation bore well, it can be domestic bore well, as well as industrial bore well, as well as a public hand pump. So this technology is applied to any and every bore well which is facing problems with respect to water supply. Either it has become seasonal or it has become dead. These are the borewells which we revive using BoreCharger technology by increasing the recharge 4 to 20 times compared to what naturally can happen. Thereby, we increase the quantum of water along with the quality as well as duration of water supply by additional 1 to 6 more months. So BoreCharger technology is used for farmers, certainly, to revive their borewells and get more water for irrigation water for their borewells and their crops. But at the same time, we also have worked on hundreds of hand pumps. We have made them perennial, especially in remote parts of Pune and Maharashtra, where there are borewells which are having hand pumps, and those hand pumps go dry. So women have to walk far away places, 2, 3, 4 kilometers. They have to fetch water on their head, thereby increasing their drudgery. So we have revived more than 300 plus hand pumps in Maharashtra, and we have made them perennial for them. At the same time, we also work with many households, individual households as well, who are having these issues about depletion of their borewells or their borewells going dry.
Also, could you please share a specific case study where this technology made a life changing difference?
This is a story from a tribal villages from Shahapur Taluka of Thane district, Maharashtra. Typically, this region receives fantastic amount of rainfall. So, if we look at the rainfall data, that region receives something around 2,500 mm to 3,000 mm amount of rainfall. But the situation is such that come the December of any year, you will have, there is a water scarcity which starts creeping in. People or the tribals need to move, say, few kilometers to fetch the water, because their hand pumps, their bore wells go dry by that particular time. And this is a problem which that particular region was facing for quite long time. We are working in that area with a foundation called as GSW Foundation. So they have actively working for the tribal people of Shahapur, and they got collaborated with us to give certain solutions around groundwater enhancement for that tribal region. The next year, in 2021 December, they started getting the results. So the observations were such that the borewells or hand pumps which were earlier getting dry by month of December, they could see they are getting water from those borewells in December, and it went on to give them water till April and May. So uh, almost 5 to 6 months increase in their water supply, in their at least drinking water security has been achieved through certain interventions which we were able to put on the ground. Latur district in Maharashtra is a well-known water purged area. So perpetually, every year, summers are very difficult for the people who are living in that region because there is water scarcity. When we started intervening through Maharashtra State Innovation Society in parts of Latur district, that is a township called as Nilanga, we could see that they were facing a lot of problem in case of their water supply systems. They had something around 50 bore wells in the Nilanga town, which have been used for water supply to the township. Normal experience was these bore wells started getting lesser amount of water and go eventually dry during the months of March, April and May. So they have to ply tankers and through that plying they should provide the water supply to the communities. So in the normal conditions till 2020, the situation was such that basically they have to ply say 35 tankers every day to sustain the need of the communities. When we intervened through Maharashtra State Innovation Society, we started working on borewell recharge for these 50 borewells. From the next year, we could start seeing positive results in terms of the number of tankers were started getting down. In 2021, basically that number has come down from 35 tankers a day to 15 tankers a day in summers. And in 2022, the second year of the project implementation, I would say their tankers number came to zero. So that means that all their borewells were sufficiently giving them water. All the 50 borewells were in use, and no more they required any external water supply to be given through such kind of tankers or anything else. So I would say that that kind of a success, that kind of a impact, I would say we have seen after doing certain kinds of works, and a lot of people whom we interviewed during that time, they shared their plight about water scarcity. And then after 2 years of the project, I would say there were lot many happy faces because they were getting sufficient amount of water.
What is next for Urdhvam? How do you see BoreCharger scaling to solve India's water crisis at larger level?
We can revive your groundwater system, we can revive your source, and we are definitely going to give you a positive result. So because the whole aspect of Urdhvam is to give solutions around sustainability, around science as technology.
Water crisis isn't just an environmental issue, it's a crisis affecting millions of people every day. What Urdhvam is doing isn't just innovation, it's an impact at scale. By reviving borewells and ensuring sustainable groundwater recharge, they are giving people access to one of the most basic human rights, water. See you in the next one. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please do share this inspiring story with all your friends. Peace.